Well, hello. Welcome back to another exciting edition of Coffee with Stephen. This time would appear as though I'm doing it in sort of a 1940s film noir type of format with these shadows being casted on me from my window. But it's kind of cool. I'll go ahead and leave it for the time being. Anyways, this particular week's blog is entitled The Young Turks. And it's about Turkey. More specifically, it's about the Ottoman Empire. And while that may sound like kind of an odd subject to be discussing, after all, the Ottoman Empire went away at the end of World War I believe that Prime Minister Erdogan, who is the putative leader of Turkey, is trying to reconstitute the Ottoman Empire. So in the blog, we go through sort of a historical development of the Ottoman Empire, which in and of itself is kind of interesting. Let me pause for a second so that there's no misunderstanding. These people were absolute monsters, okay? I don't know that, in all candor, there's any redeeming quality that would come from the Ottoman Empire in and of itself, certainly not from a cultural standpoint. Maybe from a study of cruelty, perhaps, but that, again, notwithstanding, there seems to be a fascination with modern people as we look at modern foreign policy, and we tend to look at that through the lens of a belief that the nation-state system has existed throughout all time, and that's fundamentally inaccurate, okay? The nation-state system, I mean, when we think of the United States, or we think of France, or we think of Canada, whatever, that nation-state system has really only been around for about 375 years, after the Peace of Westphalia. Before that, we've had, throughout all of human history, all sorts of different, political structures, everything from city-states to empires, all right? And empires have had different degrees of empire control. How an empire structured itself is different from one to the other. The British Empire and the Roman Empire had entirely different administrative principles and ways of dealing with the countries that or the regions, I guess would be a better way of describing it, that they controlled. In any event, the Ottomans were a unique empire, and to a large extent, it was their decision to back Germany in World War I that ultimately led to what now exists as the Middle East in a nation-state form. All right, the Ottomans bet on the wrong horse, so to speak. In any event, I do encourage you to read the blog. It's somewhat of a history lesson, of course, but I do encourage you to read it. As always, train constantly, train consistently, train repetitively, and train with purpose. Above all else, stay safe.